Happy New Year, Crossview. Happy New Year to all of you for 2022. I can't believe that here we are at the precipice of 2022. It is going to be an amazing year. And what I want to do today is I kind of want to take a look back at 2021 and kind of show you some of the highlights of what Crossview has done over the years and kind of where we have seen God come through in great ways. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about where we're headed for 2022. So stick around. In the next few moments of time, you're going to see an amazing story about how God has been so faithful to Crossview and how the people here at Crossview have been faithful to God. So check out as we learn more about where we've come from and more importantly, where God has taken us into the future. We have always seen God remain so faithful to us here at Crossview. And the people here at Crossview have always been so faithful in their serving, in their time, their talents, and their treasures. And throughout 2021, through all the challenges that we saw this world take place in, we saw so many things that came to kind of press their way in to distract us from what God really wanted to do with our lives. With a pandemic to a political upheaval to so many different challenges that faced our community at large, we watched, even through those things that faced us, that pressed on us, we watched our people press closer to God. And that's the key to 2021. So many of you stepped in and waded in deeper to come closer to God through the process where the world is running in different directions. You guys instead ran to God, and that touches my heart as a pastor. That touches my heart as a community of believers that bring together through the power of unity. There's a supernatural power that comes to move us through the challenges of life. And Crossview, for me, in my 18 years of being here, has always been a place of stability, a place of hope, a place of energy, excitement, something new. We never know what's going to happen. A place where my family has grown, a place where your family has come together, and we've cried and we've held each other up and we've walked beside each other and we've encouraged one another. And when the times were down and whenever we didn't know what, and we kind of got to a place, maybe a place of fear, we realized that perfect love casts out fear, that God's love changes us from the inside out. So for all that, Crossview, thank you so much. Thank you for always remaining faithful. Thank you for being consistent and steady, even through a pandemic. We have watched the faithfulness of God in so many ways, so many events and activities, as you just saw, just powerful opportunities for us to reach out to this community. This was a year of comeback. This was a year of coming back to somewhat normal place, a normal Easter, a normal summertime, camps and things like that, a normal fall time, a normal Christmas time. We came together and God protected us and God blessed us, and we saw many lives touched, and all that is made possible because of each and every single one of you. One of the things that I get most excited about here at Crossview that I have watched over my time here has been transitioning and sharing the vision of seeding into others beyond ourselves. It's our missions heart. And I say this all the time. If you can't go on a missions trip or you can't be a part of a missions team, then you financially help someone go in your place. That's the goal. And I just looked today and just over the years, I've watched God increase and bountifully do wonderful things. If you guys remember, I'll just remind you, 10% of every dollar that comes into our general donations as a church, we commit to give back to missions and whatever that looks like. And Crossview has made that commitment over the years, and we have followed through with it over the years, time and time again. Some of the missionaries that every year we're trying to pick up new missionaries and trying to do new things. If you're new to us here at Crossview, you may have seen this wall that we have here, right as the entryway. This is our missions wall, and really, this is our tribute to heroes that are on the forefront lines, that are on boots on the ground. They're in the field doing the things that we can't, but we're funding them. And it always moves me because this is the wall that I believe touches the heart of God. Because the local church is the hope of the world, but the local church is what funds the missionaries, and how beautiful are the feet, as Jesus said, are those that go and share the gospel. And that's what each one of these on this wall, they're doing every single day. They're in the field, the boots on the ground, sharing with people of foreign languages, people who don't speak their language, and people that are hurting, that are in war-torn worlds and communities that are being stricken by poverty and by the no drinking water. And all these individuals go into these places and these organizations, and you as a church and we as a church, we make it possible for them to continue their ministry and their mission here locally, nationally, around America and around the world. This year alone, we picked up several new missionaries that we're excited about, more local and kind of national or statewide, because we really felt like we needed to fund and seed where it was hurting here in Iowa. We picked up Lydia's House, the home for women, trying to work through the challenges of life. We picked up also the Talbot House, men recovering from addictions. We also picked up called Sheepgate. Sheepgate is a part of the Assemblies of God Teen Challenge. They help with young men, young women, men and women, help them to find a way to get back in a productive place of society. and we're excited about that. We picked up Youth for Christ, and what they're doing in this community and other communities. We believe so much in what they're doing that we wanted to be a part of it, and we wanted to share in that excitement. Not to mention all the ministries that we do here at Crossview, our kids ministry, our youth ministry, our Chi Alpha ministry for our college students. Our PT Cruisers made a comeback this past year. We're excited about seeing what God's going to do with them. Our 20s and 50s are doing things again. It's like we're coming back. We're coming back with new life and new energy. But most importantly, we're coming back because we want to see the kingdom of God do amazing things in this community, in this nation, and around the world, to the uttermost parts of the earth. So let me just say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for stepping in. Thank you for volunteering, all of our volunteers. We could not do it without you. You and your faithfulness, showing up every single week, even when the weather's not the best, even whenever you don't feel like it, you're showing up. Thank you so much, because there are kids depending on you. There are students depending on you. There are people who depend on you to show up, from our ushers to our greeters to our security to our tech team to our worship team, who countlessly give of their time and energy, to our children's volunteers, youth volunteers. So many of you make a difference in this community as Crossview that then affects the community at large. So let me say this, as we close out 2021, my heart is filled with fullness of love towards you. Thank you for all you've done. And as we move to 2022, we're looking for greater things. Here's just some things that you have made possible with your faithfulness this year. So where are we going in 2022? It's a good question. We have lots of plans, we have lots of activities, new things that we're gonna be trying and ways we're gonna try to bring our church together and get us on a good path. We have Bible studies that we're gonna be doing. View groups are up and rolling. They're gonna continue to go and help impact people's lives. Services, we're gonna worship together. We're gonna celebrate together. We're going to continue to face challenges as a community of believers. So where are we going? Obviously, only God knows. But what I know about my God is this: no matter where we go, no matter what we face, He is faithful, He is true, and He will always walk with us as we walk with Him. So thank you once again. I'm looking forward to 2022. And I said this already, new you in 22. That's what we're believing for all of us to have a newness, a freshness in 2022. And looking forward to what God has for you and your family as we continue to do life together here at Crossview.